Well, ladies and gentlemen and members of the media, we welcome you to Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports for a major announcement for the 98th running of the Indianapolis 500. You can follow us along on Twitter at #JVIsBack. The announcement of the return of Jacques Villeneuve to the Indianapolis 500.
Well, it happened very quickly, and mainly discussions with Sam Schmidt there, and you know, after winning the Indy and going to F1, you know, Indy went through a lot of changes, and now it's picking up again. It's looking great. I've been watching the races last year, and there was a big part of me that was wishing I was there because it looked exciting, fun. The crop of drivers was getting better as well. So when discussion started with Rick Gordon, my manager, and Sam, then I really got excited because it's been 19 years since I've been there. Well, I don't plan on retiring, so that makes it easy. I'm just a racer. I love racing. I need adrenaline. I need to find myself in positions where I have to push the envelope, to find a way to get better and better and better. And going back, you said, you know, my rookie race there was 20 years ago, and that's like being a rookie a second time around. And it's very exciting. And I'm going there with a team that is very experienced, successful as well. That helped making the decision as well. If I had to go back with a new effort with a team that wasn't really sure what they were doing yet, and I still had to learn that would have been a different story, because it's one thing when you do the whole season, the whole championship, and you're used to the car, you're used to the team, you're used to the field, then you can build on it. But if you just go there for that one race, you won't be as prepared as the rest, so it's better to get there with the right equipment. Well, I learned it once, and now I get back in it. I haven't done it before, so hopefully the learning process will be a lot easier. But yes, I'm finding out now every time I jump in a car, it seems to get easier and easier to adapt to a new form of driving. I've been driving in a bunch of different type of series over the last few years, and every time it gets easier. I like the new cars. You know, the first time I saw them, it looked a little bit strange, but it's been giving a great racing. The races have been exciting, and they're also a lot safer than when I used to race. So you know, of course it is a dangerous race, and that's something that you do think about, or I guess it's more my wife that thinks about that than me. But it is a lot safer than when I raced, so I don't see any issue. Well, I wish I was coming down soon, but I've got a crazy schedule this year because I'm commentating the F1 Grand Prix, and I'm also doing some rallycross. So and this came after. This came, and I just have to reschedule everything else. And I'm trying to find some time to come to meet the team, to settle in the car, do a seat. I don't want to do it last minute. You know, it's one thing. When you drive a slow speed, when you're at Indianapolis, you want everything to be perfect, and so I want to find some time to spend down there with the team, make sure we're ready, because it is a crazy race. It's a crazy track. It's a crazy endeavor, and it's very exciting. I haven't been thinking about it too much because it's been the most important race of my life, 95, because it's also the race that gave me the opportunity to go to Formula One. And if you have to win one race in the whole of your career, I would say the Indy 500 is the biggest one to win in any form of motorsport. So, but at the time, you know, I was a young kid and I had no idea what it meant. It's now, I guess I'm grown up now, so I realize the meaning of it and also what it gave me. And after Formula One, when Formula One stopped, then I was wanting to try something new and not go back to what I had already done. And but since then, as I said before, IndyCar has been building up. and growing again, and it's getting to what it used to be when it was an amazing series, and that's why last year I started watching the races again, and every time I was watching a race, I was almost angry I wasn't there, because it just looked so much fun and exciting, and it was back to being pure racing amongst the drivers.
Indy's a very special place, and we go there not only to exist but to try and win the race, and so you're always looking for that extra edge or whatever you can do to raise the bar. And you know, a driver of Jacques' caliber, I know when I drove at Indy, you either immediately rolled out there and loved the place, or you're intimidated by it. And if you're intimidated by it, you might as well not show up, because it just gets worse from there. And to see a guy, I mean, that was even before I raced there, but see a guy that raced and finished second and then finished first, I don't think he's gonna have any problem going back there and being fast right from the get-go, because it's still got the same feel. It's still Indianapolis. It really came together in a matter of a couple weeks, you know, so it's really good. And I think it'll help the team. Obviously, all the guys have been working really hard to get us where we are in the series, where we wound up last year, and that's a tribute to the continuity that we have and the people that we have, and the fact that he's willing to come on board, I think lends even more credibility to our status as a team. And so we're all just really looking forward to it.
Which are you first going to be, an owner or a fan when Jacques gets to the Speedway?
Owner. But yeah, I've very much been a Jacques fan all the way through. I've followed him right through Atlantic cars, through Indy cars and Formula One, and yeah, great fan of Jacques.
Five, as I count right now, former winners of the Indianapolis 500 going into the 98th running. And this announcement today to have Jacques Villeneuve, our 95 winner, back, it doesn't get much better than this.
No, it's particularly sweet, and I think it validates that the lore of the Indianapolis 500 remains very strong. He's just another very diverse driver with deep skills that's joining the field and proving the paddock this year will be particularly exciting.
World champion.